Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Player Pro, and welcome back to the Player Pro Show. Okay, now let's start the show. Alright, I want to try something a little different today. I want to give my perspective on a topic that just been on my mind, and that topic is love. Now, love, is it meant for men as well as it is for women? Well, I'm going to say this. Now, this is just my opinion. Now, I believe that it is okay, it's perfectly fine to love your woman, but falling in love is not meant for men. That is only meant for women. Now, let me explain. Now, in a relationship, there's never a relationship where both parties love equally. It does not exist. One is always gonna love more than the other, and the one who puts in the more effort into that relationship is the one that they get affected the most if it ends. Now, with that being said, like I said, it's okay for a man to love his woman. It works. The relationship works just fine. But in order for it to work properly, like it has from the beginning of time, the woman has to be in love with the man. The man, he can love her, but she has to be in love with him. Now, if it goes on the other side, the moment a man falls in love with a woman, that is the end of the relationship, not the beginning. That man just don't know it yet. Now, these Disney fairy tales, they fool men just as well as they fool women. Where the men be thinking that women are all sugar and spice and everything nice, and they're gonna find that right woman and then they're gonna ride off into the sunset. In today's times, that is definitely not the case. Definitely not the case. Now, the moment a man falls in love with a woman, it automatically turns him into a simp. Alright, let me explain. Okay, now, one thing about a man, he has to maintain a masculine frame at all times. And the moment he falls in love with that woman, there are a few things that happen. Now, number one, the man has to have leverage in that relationship in order for it to work properly. Because if he has no leverage, there's nothing stopping her from walking away. Nothing. And what I mean by leverage, okay, women love, there's no such thing as unconditional love when it comes to a woman. A woman will only love you on the condition that you provide some type of value to her life. That's why women always say they look for men that's taller than them, that's stronger than them, more confident, more stable financially, more drive, and more ambition. Women look for these things in a mate. And if you have all these things in order, it's easier for you to maintain leverage in that relationship. Because if a woman surpasses you in any of these fields, especially financially, she's gonna start losing interest. And you're gonna lose leverage. And that's usually when the disrespect starts. And that's when she starts feeling that she is better than you. And usually when that happens, the leverage is gone, and now she's looking for the next man who can provide all of these things that I named better than she can. Now, number two, being in love with a woman takes a man away from his purpose. Okay, because you need to a man should always be focused on his purpose. That should be his number one focus. But when he make that woman the number one focus, it's almost impossible to stay focused on your purpose. Because like the old saying goes, you will never lose women chasing money, but you will always lose money chasing women. And the moment you put a woman before your purpose, your ability to stay focused on your purpose takes a backseat to her. And make no mistake about it, no matter what a woman tells you, she does not want to be the center of your world. She does not. She don't want for you to focus on her and nothing else. Why do you think women a lot of times you see women deal with men who treat them like crap, who focus on everything but her. There's a reason for that, fellas. Hey, take note. Now, number three, insecurities. The moment you fall in love with that woman, now you're insecure about every man. Insecure about everything. When she's not with you, you wonder what she's doing. Whenever her phone ringing, you wonder if she's doing something wrong. You be wanting to check her phone and so on and so on. And men shouldn't have to do that, because that takes up too much energy. And that, like I said, it takes you away from your purpose. And on top of that, it's almost impossible for a man to lead a relationship successfully when his main focus is on her. You're supposed to be that rock in that relationship, but when your main focus is on her, it's almost impossible for you to lead her. You can't lead her and be afraid to lose her at the same time. It just does not work. Now I'm going to show y'all a video that will explain this a lot better than I can. He's a little more savvy when it comes to speaking on certain topics. Alright, we're going to watch that video and then come back and discuss.
Relationship. If you're not being that, man who checks off all the boxes, good looking, funny, attractive, smart, cool, good with the kids, good with the mom, but be nice, but not too nice, be rough, but don't be too rough, I don't want to end up in jail. There's so many different situations a guy has to bring to the table, whereas a guy's just like, listen, be hot, don't give me a fucking headache, and just be an asset, not a liability. Yeah. So, I see all the ladies like, yeah. The concept of love, the concept of a woman loving opportunistically, a man loving idealistically. Break that down and let's see what the ladies have to say.
So I always say that the girl has to like the guy more, and it's acceptable for the woman to be head over heels over the man, but the man can't be the same way. And the reason why the woman needs to be infatuated with you and deep in love is because you need to overcorrect for the current sexual marketplace disparity. What do I mean by this? I mean, women have far more options than men do. If you take a celebrity guy that checks off a bunch of boxes, he doesn't even have a fraction of the options that an average woman has, okay? And this has been shown on dating apps, on social media, etc. It's a fact. This isn't even like an opinion. So for you to overcorrect for the abundance of options that women have, she must literally damn near worship the ground that you walk on so that you can keep her loyal, okay? And the only way you're gonna do that is she needs to be head over heels over you. And women are emotional creatures and they're controlled by their emotions. So she must love you more than you love her, and she must be infatuated with you for it to work, especially in 2023 when they have all these things going on that could come in and fuck up your relationship. You got fear of missing out, you got Instagram, you have this certain lifestyle that's purported to young women that they can go out there and have it all, have a career, get a Chad and all this other stuff. To overcorrect for all the fuckery that's going on, the breakdown of family, the breakdown of religion, the breakdown of institutions that used to shame promiscuity, none of these buffers, aka training wheels, are in place anymore. So the only weapon you have as a man is your masculinity and your ability to garner respect from your woman to the point where other guys are invisible. So she must love you more than you love her. She must feel like she has the prize. She must be head over heels for you, especially in 2023.
Gotcha. What do you want to add to that, Fred?
I would say that is definitely true. However, I think most guys don't understand how much of a full package you have to be. So for example, guys are focused on game only, or focus on money only, or focus on looks only. And that plays a role, but you need all three. And for the most part, if a woman's gonna love you, she needs to respect you. But respect comes with you becoming that man of value.
See, that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. Now, women need love. Women look for love. Men look for respect. And if that woman does not respect you, she cannot love you. And that respect that she has for you will keep her loyal to you. That's why you got to keep your value high. You got to continue to work on yourself. Because one thing about women, they do respect status. That's why you see so many men who will fake it until they make it, so to speak. They will be trying to portray a certain lifestyle that's really not their lifestyle, because they know women are attracted to that. Okay, well, that's going to be it for this episode of the Player Pro Show. I am trying to grow this channel. So if you would like, comment, share, and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And like I always say in closing, we are better together than we are apart. So let's make this community great again. And like I said, that's going to be it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. So until next time, I bid y'all adieu.